Now, I mentioned before that the docks were built by the Welsh and the Scottish. Well, the Welsh contingent decided this was the area of Liverpool they wanted to occupy while they built the docks, which is why right here it says the Welsh Streets. And on the left-hand side, about the fifth window down Mandring Street, you'll see the windowsill's been chipped away. That's number 9 Mandring Street, the first home of Ringo Starr. Ringo lived in number 9 with his mum Elsie and his dad Richard, who
Penny Lane.
Road we're driving down here. However, the area famously known as Penny Lane, and the reason why the song was written, is what happens at the end of Penny Lane. And the area what it is actually called Smithdown Place. It's not even called Penny Lane, but because of one key feature, the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, the area of Smithdown Place has been better known as the Penny Lane area for nearly 100 years. This became known as the Penny Lane Stop, and the reason why the song was written was because Paul McCartney was getting a bus himself into that shelter. Paul McCartney would get the number 86. The 86 bus would take Paul from his home in an area called Allerton. It's about a mile or so to our right hand side. We'll see it later on in the tour. The 86 bus would take Paul from his home into the shelter every single day. He would wait in there for a connecting bus, and then at the end of the day he'd come back into the shelter and wait for that 86 bus to take him home again. Makes sense. And while he was waiting in the shelter, he would see certain things. But okay, a few things have changed. The bank is no longer the bank, unfortunately. The bank is now a surgery, which I'll point out, but the barber shop is still here, and I'll point the barber shop out. But yeah guys, here we go. As we go through the lights, you'll see the shelter in the middle of the roundabout here on the right hand side where it says Sergeant Pepper Bistro. That is the shelter in the middle of the roundabout. Now if you look out the left hand window guys, on the corner you will see the Penny Lane surgery. As say, that's the bank, what used to be the bank, where the banker never wore a Mac in the pouring rain, and it's very, very strange. The Penny Lane surgery just on the corner here, there we go, that's what used to be the bank. You can see a Penny Lane bus here, there we go. Keep looking out the left hand window guys when you get your cameras ready. After the off licence is the red, black and white building of Tony Slavin Barbershop, just there. That's right, no worries. Yeah. Right, this was the home of Brian Epstein, look at that.
Oh no.
Yeah, very nice house.
From part of town.
Oh, we are for sure, yes.
Oh really? Yeah. Do you want to, you probably know, do you want to tell them the story about Arnold Grove? People who ran the Strawberry Fields that ran the children's home, they thought that they're basically trying to say hello.
This plaque made Mimi rather unhappy because it had some words on it. The words on the plaque were these: John, the guitar's all well and good, but you'll never make a living out of it. Yes, John had put Mimi's words.
We staan echt in alle belangrijke delen van Liverpool.
Yes, the 86 bus. The 86 bus will take Paul to the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, Penny Lane. So we've just driven on a bus from that bus stop where Paul would jump on a bus, and it's taking us to Penny Lane as well. So we've just driven down the same road Paul had driven down. It'll take us to the shelter in the middle of the roundabout. You can see the barber shop just in the distance there.